Nein, 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 not from beginning. Fuck. Hallo Monika. Okay. So, wir waren in einer ja, ziemlich neuen Timeline, in der wir jetzt durch die Magenta-Tür gegangen sind, haben das gemacht. Hart. Das habe ich auch auf Hart gemacht. Habe ich bisher alle auf Hart geschafft? Sieht so aus. Na, das müsste ich eventuell nochmal machen irgendwann. Damit ich... Beziehungsweise machen wir das mal schnell. Damit ich... Dings... alle goldenen Files und so weiter bekomme. Ja, stimmt. Das Spiel selbst, das nächste Spiel von den Entwicklern teasert, das um das Ding geht. Um das Buch geht, das Juri uns gibt. Und dass das eventuell die Story für das nächste Spiel ist, das von denen kommt, und dass die Charaktere aus Doki Doki aus dem Spiel irgendwie sind. Irgendwie sowas. Try and count the number of babies and old people. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 18 and gradually approach 18. Okay. Babies, old people. Ein Baby, zwei Baby, drei Baby, vier Baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hatte ich da letztes Mal nicht, beim ersten Mal schon nicht Probleme mit. Ein Baby, zwei Baby, drei Baby, vier Baby. Mehr Babys sind nicht da, oder? Oder soll ich die Kinder auch noch mit dazu zählen? Oder soll ich nur die Babys mit Windel? Das ist auf hart, ja. Gut. Okay, eine direkte Windel sehen wir nirgendwo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hase. 0. Der dritte. Hallo, Dominator. Das habe ich damals nicht hinbekommen. Ernsthaft? Okay. Moment, das war. Controller. Secret. Okay. Quantum computer. Red 03 says before he leaves there are a few variations. Have a nice trick, have a nice trap, have a nice trader. Kennen wir das nicht schon? Nein, hä? Oh, das ist falsch angeklickt. Eine Quantum computer, a device built by Tom Kwan, a Boise, Idaho commuter. That's actually a lie. A quantum computer is a highly advanced machine that uses quantum phenomena such as superposition and entanglement to perform calculations. Let's say, for example, that you want to determine the prime factors of 5183. One Newman-style computer, let's call him Paul, would say, can I divide it by 2, 3, 5? And just run through numbers like that until it got the answer. Mr. Kwan, on the other hand, the computer, not the imaginary computer, would just look at 5183 and say, obviously it's 71 times 73. A traditional computer with n bits can only be in one of 2 to the n states at once, but a quantum computer with n qubits can be in up to 2 to the n states simultaneously. This means a quantum computer can complete calculations that are currently impossible. That's amazing, Mr. Kwan. Are you seeing anybody? Floor A graffiti. Someone has written 2 Milkmen Go comedy on the wall in the warehouse on floor A. Presumably it refers to a pair of milkmen visiting a comedy club. Sentence construction, however, is obviously wrong. There must be a reason why. Mehr habe ich nicht bekommen? Okay. Okay. So, das müssen wir noch fertig spielen auf. Welche kommt als nächstes? Godzilla. NES Godzilla Kapitel 5 Teil 1, dann kommt Kapitel 5 Teil 2 und dann muss ich mal gucken, ob es schon weiter übersetzt ist oder nicht. Wenn es noch nicht weiter übersetzt ist, dann weiß ich nicht. Dann weiß ich noch nicht. Wenn es schon weiter übersetzt ist, dann ja, dann wird es halt weitergemacht. Wenn nicht, dann muss ich mal gucken. Gut, das ist jetzt auf hart. Gut. Okay, können wir da weitermachen. Another elevator, huh?
Works?
Don't know. Only one way to find out, though.
Someone's coming.
Nah. Looks like Alice, Clover, and Kay.
And Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
Hey, alle da. What's going on here?
We ran into them a little bit ago. Well, not literally, of course.
I don't know. With a prowl like that, I imagine you run into a lot of things.
Kritik von Honor Hill. Könnte ich machen, ja. Wäre was. Wäre eine Möglichkeit.
Let me see the map.
Oh, sure. Hier ist eine Tür, die irgendwie ins Nix führt. Jo, Honor Hill ist eine der etwas besser geschriebenen Creepypastas. I get it. All 3 routes end up beyond.
That's the same as the map we found in the infirmary.
Infirmary.
Oh, we found a map like that too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
Das ist schön, Quark. That's so. You found ours in a lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's
Nein.
plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
Ich habe ja letztens mal diese eine andere gepostet im Chat. Spire in the Woods. Da habe ich ein bisschen angefangen zu übersetzen.
What the?
Die ist aber extrem lang. Kann ich da von hier aus drauf gucken? Ja, Moment. Die ist extrem lang. Die hat, Moment, 76 Seiten. Also, ich werde die mit der Zeit wahrscheinlich übersetzen, weil die ist auch ziemlich gut. Bloß es wird ein bisschen dauern.
Oh, this is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too.
Und
The
so
one on the
extrem viel
left
Zeit
is
zum
green.
Übersetzen werde ich auch nicht immer haben. Können sich auf jeden Fall ein bisschen hinziehen. Aber irgendwann. Irgendwann.
The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Are these chromatic doors?
No.
There's a box here. It looks like the ones we saw earlier.
Lock, huh? Yeah, well, butch.
Yeah, just like the other doors.
Ich hab letztens mal geguckt. 67 Seiten, ja. 76. Zahlen. Deutsche Zahlen sind zum Kotzen. Englische Zahlen sind um einiges. Eigentlich jedes andere Zahlensystem, das ich kenne. Bis auf das römische Zahlensystem mit X, I, V und so weiter. Ansonsten jedes andere Zahlensystem, das ich kenne, ist so viel einfacher zu verstehen. Weil irgendwie im Deutschen nimmst du zuerst bei einer zweistelligen Zahl zuerst die hintere Ziffer und dann die vordere Ziffer. Bei einer dreistelligen Zahl nimmst du zuerst die vordere Ziffer, dann die hintere Ziffer und dann die in der Mitte. Das ist so zum Kotzen. Englisch zum Beispiel ist schöner, weil da gehst du einfach von links nach rechts. Im Japanischen und Japanisch ist sogar ähnlich wie Französisch. Französisch finde ich, es ist verständlicher. Weil da sagst du, das hat... Okay. Ja gut, da muss ich sagen, im Französischen kotzen mich die Zahlen von... – 17 bis 19, glaube ich, an. Beziehungsweise die Zahlen von 11 bis 16. Im Französischen ist es gleich 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Und dann 17, 18, 19. Heißt 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. Das ist auf jeden Fall verständlicher. Oder halt, ja, dann später. Die größeren Zahlen und so weiter. Weil im Deutschen musst du halt echt umdenken. 76 Seiten. Im Englischen wären es 76. Heißt 70 und 6 Seiten. Umständlicher Scheiß. Kackdeutsche Zahlen. Ah ja, was ich sagen wollte, ich hab mich leider letztens ein kleines bisschen gespoilert. als ich mal gucken wollte, ob oder welche Charaktere auch im dritten Zero Escape Spiel drin sind. Weil im Endeffekt habe ich mich gefragt, ob Clover zum Beispiel wieder im dritten Spiel auch mit dabei ist. Ist sie nicht. Aber ich habe ein bisschen mich leider ein bisschen spoilern lassen zu ein paar Charakteren in dem Spiel. Zum Beispiel Tenmyuji. Tenmyuji ist ein interessanter Charakter. Mehr sage ich nicht. Das kommt noch irgendwann im Spiel dran, was mit dem genau ist. Aber der ist interessant. Unter anderem. Nicht nur er. An sich Luna ist ein bisschen interessant. Kay ist sowieso interessant, weil das ist ein komischer Robotermann. Beziehungsweise ein Typ mit Roboterrüstung. Was auch immer. Ja, Sigma. Da habe ich nicht wirklich gelesen. Nicht viel zu Sigma. Sonst noch. Ja, ein paar andere. Im Endeffekt eigentlich fast alle Charaktere haben irgendwie was Interessantes an sich, das irgendwann noch rauskommt.
No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Numbers? Oh yeah, the time left. Looks like 2 hours, 6 minutes.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
Looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Quark, why don't you show them that note we found?
Sure.
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the infirmary.
Yeah, we found one too. It was in a safe in a lounge. Bla bla bla. Kennen wir schon. If that's true, then we can all go back the way we came and get into the warehouse. Also im Endeffekt halt, dass jeder durch die Kacktüren gehen kann, die jetzt schon geöffnet wurden und deren Escape Room Zeug schon gelöst ist. Da kann jetzt jeder durch, der durchgehen will.
Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
Upside. That makes 6 then. 1 for each AB room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
Alright, fine. I'm going.
So, können wir kurz gucken. Könnt ihr euch schon mal Gedanken machen. Also wir sind aktuell ein rotes Pärchen mit Fi und in einer Gruppe mit Luna. Oder? Ich glaube ja. Heißt, eventuell dürfen wir uns jetzt wieder entscheiden.
So, this is the lounge.
Ja, kommt gleich. Also wir dürfen uns wieder entscheiden, ob wir genau Ally oder Betray nehmen.
It would seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back here was easy enough.
könnt ihr schon mal in den Chat schreiben, was ihr gerne hättet.
That means we could all go visit the infirmary too.
Or the crew quarters.
Hey, Grandpa, check this out. It's some of your favorite scotch.
Yeah.
Oh, tempting, but I don't really think now's the time.
Oh, on Grandpa. Since when were they buddies? Or had they always been that close? In other words, they'd known each other before the nonary game. And if Quark was calling Tenmyochi Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Alice and Clover seem to be close too. Just how many of these people knew each other already?
Let's go, buddy. Soon as we get out of here, I can drink all the scotch I want. And you can drink all the root beer floats you can stomach.
What? You're gonna get me a root beer float? But
Yeah.
are you sure? Do you have enough money?
But
Oh, ye of little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
Root Beer Float. Habe ich noch nie getrunken. Spiel neu ange... Mehr oder weniger. Also nicht ganz. Ich bin ja nochmal zurückgegangen zu dem ersten Tutorial Escape Room Zeug, um die Dinger zu holen. Das ist ja die restlichen geheimen Archivdateien Dinger. Dann bin ich wieder hier runtergegangen. Aber wir waren ja mit dem rechten Teil hier erstmal fertig, weil da fehlt uns was, da fehlt uns was, da fehlt uns was, um weiterzumachen. Und da ist ja Game Over. Game Over. Und ja, in der Timeline, in der ersten Auswahl von den Chromatic Doors haben wir uns ja für Magenta-Tür mit Luna entschieden. Heißt, Phi und Sigma waren ja in der ersten Runde Pärchen. Und ja, haben uns dann entschieden, mit Luna in die Magenta-Tür zu gehen. Da waren wir in der Lounge. Genau, in der Lounge waren wir. Und ja.
Oh, you're finally done.
So.
You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
Ich würde sagen, skip. Weil es gibt automatisch, glaube ich, Sachen, die ich schon gelesen habe. Dementsprechend kann ich einfach auf Skip gehen und es hält an, wenn es einen neuen Text gibt. Okay, Quark and myself each gave one card to Luna, Alice and Tenmyochi. Then we headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't really any discussion who'd go into which door, and Phi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Looks like everybody else has gone in already. I think we should head in too.
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay. So, also was wollt ihr denn haben?
An ambidex gate has been 40.
Ja. The game's got a time limit too. Ah ja. Das war ja auch noch. Das hatten wir beim letzten Mal auch schon, oder? Dass wir die gesehen haben. Ich kann mich, glaube ich, erinnern, dass wir die schon mal irgendwie, zumindest eine Vision von der hatten. Irgendwie sowas. Ich habe mich natürlich leider gespoilert und weiß schon, wer das ist und so weiter. Was mit der los ist. Obwohl, nee, nicht wirklich, was mit der los ist, aber ich weiß, wer das ist. What? What? What the hell is this?
Fuck if I know. Look,
It doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. Die ist hier neu. Okay. She's unconscious. I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was... Mein, was, die ist tot? Oh, okay. Blood! She's covered in blood! I leaned down to listen at her mouth. Nothing, no breath. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement, just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look! Somebody get Quark out of here!
Okay. Come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah, she's not breathing and I can't find a pulse. The body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
Theo and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever the reason, Tenmyoji only stared. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point, but it was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring downward, staring toward us, meine ich. Smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tenmyoji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we'd found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored and his movements slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead. Tenmyoji kennt die Frau. The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old, dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed, as if we were afraid she might break. She looks so peaceful. Almost like she's just going to wake up any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but...
Luna!
What?
I have a medical license.
You're a nurse?
No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy?
I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Oh yeah? And just how the hell do you remember that?
Because Alice, Clover, and I examined this entire room.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes, I think I should be able to manage that.
When I ran a scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Oh, Matthias über. Dio hat nicht zugehört. Keine Ahnung. Dio der hört nicht zu. So, ist weiblich. Sie ist zwischen 65 und 75 Jahre alt. Ist tot. Todesursache Exsanguination. Oder so wie man das heißt. Exsanguination. Verblutung, Ausblutung, Entblutung, Blutentleerung, Exsanguination. Ja, die ist verblutet. Vor 3 bis 4 Stunden gestorben. Waffe ist durch... Ja, ist da wo das X ist, durchgegangen und hat ihr Herz getroffen. Clean Continuous Angles, One Sharp und Blunt. Okay, einschneidiges Messer wahrscheinlich. 15 Zentimeter tief. Oder? Ja, 15 Zentimeter tief. 3 Zentimeter hoch und 3 Millimeter breit. Conclusion: based on the characteristics described above, there is a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp, single-bladed instrument. Huh. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something?
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around.
Wofür Adam steht? Ich glaube, das hat sie irgendwann mal gesagt. Moment, vielleicht haben wir sogar... haben wir da irgendwie was? So ein Computer. Kann sein, dass er das irgendwann mal erklärt hat, die Luna. Oder sonst wer. Ja, dann... Oder auch nicht.
I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Dein Hut ist immer noch doof, Quark.
Perhaps, but... There was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he'd locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you two left. Which means...
You fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to. I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly. But now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Junior, the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Junior told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just part of a game to him?
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please, if no vote is recorded.
Wow, what
I
is
don't
that?
know. Well, one thing's for sure.
Yeah, that is.
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said, Zero Junior ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Junior. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
So. Nochmal Frage. Was hättet ihr denn gerne? Hättet ihr lieber Ally oder Betray zuerst? Wir machen sowieso beides, aber... Oh ja. Really going in there, I kinda don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. Oh, wait, where'd you go?
Up here.
Up. Whoa, what the hell is she doing? Ally. Okay. Must be really desperate to get high.
Seriously? That's the best you can do? I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. What are you up to? What are you up to up here anyway? Everybody's already gone into the AB rooms.
Yeah, well, there was something I wanted to check out.
And that is
this thing. Remember it?
the hatch.
Try opening it.
No luck. It won't budge.
Then that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
You still think it's Kay, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or
I
not.
know. I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain.
Let's go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
Algernon? What? Huh? He's a rabbit.
Look. There's something on the screen.
Yeah, you're right. Blah,
Astute observation.
Hooray! I've been waiting.
So if we've got some question for you, Zero. Was that old room?
Ugh! Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions? The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but B.O. is especially loud. For real, B.O., I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game. For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Mooney and went through the magenta door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Mooney. And it goes the other way, too. Mooney's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be a lass. And be a after.
Cool.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry.
Blah blah blah.
Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Well, actually, there's a little bit more. But
It'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time! No,
Wait.
I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
1 minute.
You see, it's time. See you later. Have a nice.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
What? You're kidding. You want me to you really want me to betray you?
We don't know
No.
if she'll ally or not. If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. That's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
Oh, what kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So...
Wait, what do you mean by it's over?
30 seconds remain.
Just press the damn button!
Warum macht die das nicht? Einfach. You're hiding something. I've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how'd you know my name? How about when we found that old lady's body? You didn't even blink. I was like you knew she would be here. Look, I don't want to believe it, but did you? Are you?
Fine. If you won't do it, then I...
Don't think so. I'm gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, I'll just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
When your BP hits 0, you die. That's what I meant.
1. Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your part. Ambidex gates.
Ja, komm. As fine I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma?
Was spiele ich danach? Gar nichts. Heute... Ich werde sowieso gleich... Nachdem wir das Ergebnis angeguckt haben, werde ich, glaube ich, fertig machen. Dienstags mache ich nie, wirklich. Sehr lang.
Don't play dumb. You chose ally. Didn't you hear me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, I heard you. A whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken like half a second just to process what you'd said.
No, you could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say, hypothetically, that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I was looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons. Let me be straight with you. Your shit is whack. Like, hella whack. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hits 0 you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
Huh? This time? Hey, fire, hold on. Shit.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally, let's get ready to rock!
Yeah.
Ambidex game! Round 1! The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Yay, wir sind die einzigen, die gut mitgespielt haben. Die und Quark haben den Mewtwo betrayed. Kay und Clover haben Alice betrayed. Was? Moment, was? Was ist das denn? Kay und Clover haben Betray genommen? Einerseits würde ich das nicht wirklich von Kay erwarten. Und andererseits, Clover wusste ja, dass sie gegen Alice spielen. Und ich glaube nicht, dass Clover Alice betrayen würde. Was? Was soll das denn?
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Ja, da schauen wir dann am Wochenende mal weiter. Possible. Oh. Böse Kay und böse Clover. Hallo Poco.